how's everyone doing? Hey, Jamie. So, I got on late today because guess what? I have a life, unlike some of these crummy bitches out there. So when I went through my when I went through Discord and I went through a few chats, guess what I learned today? And I even double checked to be sure. Natasha was fired from YouTube again today. Couldn't have happened to a better gal. Putting up people's revenge prawn, going after people's jobs, making fun of people for their essay. Hey, Tracy. You can't get any lower than that. And guess what? It caught up to you, didn't it? Yet again. And she's unable to follow the rules. So let's give YouTube a round of applause. Hey, Wyoming. So, Natasha. Hey, Jess. So let me just say this. Officially, you're fired yet again. All right? So, what actually happened? Did she get a bunch of community guideline strikes? No. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. But she got a bunch of copyright strikes. And she can't help herself but to restream other people's content because guess what? Her content sucks, doesn't it? She has yapping Kim up there and Angry Jax. Hey, Murky Mom. So she has these angry people up there. Angry. One who's confused about her gender, another one who enjoys being abused and gets and then takes her anger out on everyone else. So Kim, how's that our problem? Why shouldn't we as a community speak up so your so-called husband doesn't victimize any of the other ladies in this community? Do they deserve to be kicked, slapped, punched, or choked? I don't think so. Not on my watch. And then you try to put a privacy strike on darling Nikki for what was it again? Oh yeah, that's right. Showing a few public newspaper articles where he got his face bit off. Oh yeah, that's right. You didn't want that shown, didn't you? But it's okay to open up your big trap and talk shit. And here's the number one kicker, all right? This is pretty funny. She got confused on the facts of life. All right? She got confused over the gnome that Auntie made Siren. All right? She got her points of references mixed up. Yeah, it's public information, Wyoming. So it's public information. So where's the privacy violation, you know? So Kim didn't know the difference between an anal cavity and a testicle. So, Kim, let me just educate you for a minute. The genitalia is up in front, all right? And the anal cavity is in the back. And the flashlight sticking out of that gnome was in the rear. All right? In the rear end. And it wasn't a testicle, you stupid imbecile. It wasn't what you said it was. And I was laughing at when she said that. I'm like, does she not realize that boys have a penis, girls have a vagina? Does she not realize that? Even the kids on Kindergarten Cop got that concept straight from kindergarten. And she's too dense or too stupid to know that. And she calls herself this true crime lawyer who couldn't even pass a bar exam. Can't even get her case law straight. Because guess what, Kim? Since she so-called went to law school, the law has changed. There are all these Supreme Court rulings, all these appellate rulings by the courts. Did you ever catch up with that, hon? I highly doubt it. You couldn't even go take the bar unless you went to take the bar and you couldn't even pass that. So you just gave up trying to take it again and again. But isn't that what you do best, Kim? Deflect? Oh, let's take the heat off me. So let's talk about someone else. And then we have Jax over there, a lost cause. Who just gets angry and eats a lot on the hormones that she injects. So let's just not talk about him. I don't want to get accused of misgendering someone, right? So then there's Miss Old Grouchy Natasha. When she first got here, I tried to be nice to her. Even though I didn't like her. I never liked her from day one. But I just said, well, let's just be nice. See how that goes. Gave her a compliment on losing weight. That was about it. Went to do a few reviews on her in a fair and ethical manner. And what did she do? She went after Noodle Mash. Yeah, I agree Noodle deserved it. But then she needed something else because people were getting sick of her going at Noodle. All right? Which is understandable. Who'd want to look at that face all day on their screen, you know? From day on, day out. Yeah, I can't believe she thought it was a testicle. You know, Wyoming. It's like you're ignorant on the facts of life on what and females don't have testicles, Kim. Females don't have testicles. And it was a female gnome. and then she gets all morally outraged on her community posts, and it was, and then I'm educating her in Nikki's chat because I know she goes back and forth and reads because she's totally obsessed. And after Noodle Mash, she had to find someone that people were somewhat interested in. So she went for the low hanging fruit. In a way, she picked an easy target. Now, that, in my mind, if you pick a low hanging fruit, an easy target, you're a coward. All right. If you pick someone that, let's be frank here, if you pick someone that got into a fight with Amy, she left because she stomped her feet and didn't get her way, didn't get her burger at Burger King her way. And then teamed up with Tiffers to say the most disgusting things. All right. So Natasha decided to siphon what Tiffany was saying, Amy, and says, "Oh, here's some low hanging fruit, darling Nikki. Here we go. We can go target her." And then who's one of darling Nikki's friends? Oh, that's right. Say Robbie. Ding ding. And then she gets upset. All right. She gets upset because people wouldn't choose her over other people. And I'm like, she hasn't changed one bit. She hasn't changed one bit. Now, does a zebra lose its stripes at any time? No. So do you expect Natasha to sit there and change her ways, her scamming ways, her and her being a total bitch is quite boring. Not really funny. Not really entertaining, in my opinion. Does anyone in chat find her entertaining? When she's dragging someone? Bleh. It's... She crosses that line quickly. So, because Robbie refused to take her side over, all right, she decides to start in with both of them and decides to make fun of Robbie's essay. And here we go again, right? Two people she's going at. And then she tried to go at me, and that didn't work out too well, didn't it, Goopies? Didn't work out so great for you. But every night you go live, Natasha, you got to take someone's time slot, don't you? Well, thank you, Sarah. Yeah. And Coops can have Tiffany. She can have Amy. They're low lifes, just like her. All right. So she goes live. She likes to time her lives when one of us are live. Likes to siphon our views because she thinks she's that important. just because 150, 300 people are in her chat, she thinks, oh, I'm so popular. I have 2,000 views. I have 2,000 subs. I got these numbers. Don't you think, wouldn't Natasha think that, oh, hey, Witchy, wouldn't Natasha think that she has a lot of haters that are hate watching her? So they can get information on what she's up to. Because when she came back, I watched portions of her shit content. I admit it. Because I wanted to know what the hell was going on. Not that I enjoyed watching her. I thought, what's so funny about this? What's so entertaining about memes? These little crazy little memes that pop up on the screen. These AI memes. I thought it was pretty stupid, but it's better than what she did a 180 on, right? Way better. But now, yeah, she has a bunch of. Well, I mean, this is just my opinion, but I think over 60 or 70% of her total box is full of hate watchers. All right, compared to what's in her chat. Hey, Shan. Hey, Dawn. Welcome. So now we have the issue of Natasha getting fired this evening or this morning. So I'm just going to reiterate this. It was not due to community guideline strikes. It was due to her getting struck down for copyright violations. All right. I've seen proof of this. She was struck either last night or this morning, and for the last time. I even put one in. One time. So that would be 2 strikes. And I'm not sure if anyone else. Thank you, Jamie. I have mine, Jamie, but here's the thing with that. My hate watchers make me money now. So they can sit back and watch. I don't care. So she got fired, and she lost another AdSense. Oops. Did I just say that? She lost another AdSense. Whose name is she gonna get now to get their personal information? To, if she decides to make up another channel, which is usually her pattern. But who is she gonna get this time for monetization? If she decides to monetize the new channel, who are you gonna con, Natasha? Who are you gonna defraud this time? We all know that lawyer so-called, oh, she does, Dawn K. I'm sure she does. I'm sure she does, Dawn. I don't really give a shit at this point. It's just the point that she got fired again. She doesn't follow the rules. She doesn't and then she starts fights over nothing. Yeah, she cons everyone, which, Nicole, it's so she's probably going to monetize her new channel if it's already up. Dawn says it's up. So who are you going to get to monetize this time, Natasha? I'm sure you're running out of people pretty quick. Because when you use someone else's information for AdSense, that's a crime. That's called fraud. Let me spell it for you. FRAUD. It spells fraud. And let me tell you why it's illegal. Yep. She lost another channel. She lost over 50 already. So I think this is the longest she had one up in a while. So I'll give her credit for that where it's due. But I'm just surprised she didn't lose it sooner. So she usually has someone else use someone else's information to monetize, and it goes either in her account or her daughter's, one of her daughters or nieces. So it's illegal because the person's information she uses, all right, social security number, so-called address, that person that she uses the information has to pay taxes on that money because it's in their name. And of course, I'm sure Natasha's making threats already, which Nicole. And yeah, she is definitely using someone else's information. We saw the video already circulating around here. So Natasha's just has been not even a dirty little rat wants to engage with her anymore. And that tells you something. And I don't know. This is the one thing I don't know. All right. You catch me? So this is a question I've been asking, and I'm sure a lot of you have been asking. But why have some people gone over to that trash bag what's so appealing about her now? What has changed? Oh, let's go over and really what it is they want something from her. So what they're doing is they're paying up. They get wrenches and, oh, can you drag someone for me, Natasha? Can you do this for me? I'll kiss your left boob and your right boob. I'll even clean that shit stain recliner for you. So, I think this is what I think. This is just a theory. I could be wrong, but I think a few people that used to be over here on the side got a little pissed off because they started shooting off their mouths and they got responses that they didn't like. So now they hate Nikki. Now they hate Robbie. Now they hate this one. Now they hate that one. I caught one of them being a disloyal cunt. Actually, two of them. No, three. being disloyal jackasses. And it's suddenly my fault because they're disloyal. Excuse me, but you're not going to tell me where to go, who I'm going to be friends with. Just because you have a problem with someone doesn't mean I have to have a problem with them. So they got all mad and blah, blah, blah with the crying. And I just don't want to talk about that, but too much. But it is what it is. But I see them over there shooting off their mouths. 2 of them have wrenches. Actually, Siren left Natasha, and now Natasha's going after him. Like he's public enemy number 1. It's like, you are loyal to no one, are you, Natasha? You care only for yourself and the money that you bring in. So, let me just say this. Nobody's really friends over there, over at Natasha's chat. It's everyone for themselves. I've noticed that since I've been here. And once someone such as River Rat or someone finally sees Natasha for who she is, or they get sick of her, then Natasha starts dragging them publicly. After they've been good to Natasha for how long? This just shows Natasha's character. So, Natasha can't stop restreaming people because she has no content. And she lost the channel for it. So, and she's too dumb to get around it like I am. So, let's get to the topic I scheduled a live for. So, I'm hearing 2 people crawled back in their holes and hid their channels. Oh yeah, I have no issue with River Rat, Don K. The only problem I had was I banned her over at Robbie's. I thought she was part of the troll invasion that came into his chat. And I apologized to River Rat. She deserved an apology for it. She was at the wrong place at the wrong time. And we're moving on from it, you know? This is the thing that dumbfounds me about them people over there. They take responsibility for nothing. If I do something wrong, I admit it. If I make a mistake, I apologize. Does Natasha apologize for anything that she does? Nope. Does Kim? Hell no. And Kim has nowhere to go on here. She's practically YouTube homeless. She's burned every bridge that she had. First, she went to Natasha. She fucked over Natasha. Then she goes over to Street Rats, thrown out of Street Rats. Then she crawls on her knees over to Jamie's community. You get viewers, siphon viewers. And then she backstabs us and starts talking shit. And she did that to other people too. I don't think I had to use a name. So we're going to be talking. Oh, thank you for mentioning her, Dawn. We're going to be talking about them next. All right. So, two people crawled into their holes, back into their holes, and hid their channels. What's the matter, Sally Ann? You can't take the heat for your despicable comments. Beyond despicable. I don't think there's a word in the English language that would describe what you've done. So, Sally Ann. So you came into Nikki's chat the other night, a few nights ago. And, okay, Dawn. So, you come into Nikki's chat and you say, oh, I've been sober for 2 years. Really, Sally Ann? You're not acting like you've been sober for 2 years. You're acting like you're off your rocker, drunk, or you need to be put on some antipsychotic medication because you are fucking crazy. It's either one. And Sally, I tried so hard with you. After the first time, I remember you because you made an impression. You used to go on Robbie's panel, Piss Ass Drunk. You made a total fool of yourself. I played that interaction, the biggest interaction a few times on here to remind you. Well, Jess, I will say this. I think you're right on the last part. She is a horrible human who has a problem with the truth. Do you think that she's going to go into Darling Nikki's chat and tell the fucking truth? All she did was deflect. Oh, why are people treating me the way they are? Yeah. We're not here to hate bond with you, Sally Ann. I tried with you. But then what you did was you decided, well, I don't like where Jamie went, someone's chat. I'm not going to mention her name, for fuck's sakes. She's useless. But he was in someone's chat that you didn't like at the time, Sally Ann. And now you're probably humping her leg. And you went off. And I was watching replay. And you were drunk, Sally Ann. Because then you make your way over to my live, ask for a link, and you couldn't even get your equipment working. I knew you were damn drunk. I was even getting messages behind the scenes saying you were at Jamie's earlier and you admitted you were drunk. I knew you were drunk. Once a drunk, always a drunk. So probably with your personality, Sally Ann, you're probably saying, "What's the big deal? Why did I lose half my subs or 2/3 of my subs, whatever the deal may be?" But what you said Sally Ann, was beyond despicable. So you wished death on American troops. You wished death on our commander in chief. And that implied that you wish death on Americans in general. And you expected what, Sally Ann? You need to use that noggin before you speak. Because was that your way of getting people to listen to your point of view on a political issue? Was that your way of doing it? It kind of worked for the live stream that you were doing, but the backlash is well deserved. It's well deserved. Now I'm gonna disagree with Darling Nikki respectfully on her point, where she was trying to talk about on her live that she couldn't understand why her so-called friends wouldn't just talk to her before they gave her the boot. Well, I'm just going to say this. Sally Ann listens to nobody. She thinks she knows it all. She thinks she's smarter than everyone else. And let's not forget the reality over at the swamp. Nobody's friends with no one over there, in my opinion. It's just a bunch of woke Karens hate bonding. Well, I don't care if she has family in the army. That's just another excuse to downplay what she said, Dawn. It's like me having a military. If I had a military family and I said that would make me a total hypocrite, wouldn't it? Wouldn't that make me a total hypocrite, Dawn? If I said what Sally said, and then I backtrack it, say, "Oh, I have a military family," that would make me a hypocrite if I did that. And so, Sally Ann, you are a hypocrite. All right. I'm not beating around the bush with this, because you are a piece of shit. You are a piece of shit, Sally Ann. All right. I tried. I was rooting for you to stay clean. But all you can do was sit there and cry the victim. Me, 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 me. When you couldn't even realize, that's all right, Dawn. You're telling the truth. That's all that's important here. And you couldn't realize, Sally, that you burned lots of people due to your drinking. And I think you are drinking. And then we have Robin Swan. All right. I think she's doing the right thing here, even though I'm not a big fan of her. And she took us, and she, at least Robin, says, wait a minute. Everyone knows, Sally, you went too far. And everyone knows it. Everyone knows you went too far, and you're paying the piper. Now, let me go up to Wyoming's comment, all right, that she made a little bit ago. Because Wyoming is absolutely correct. Let me put this back up on the screen. But I think she is supporting terror overseas, Wyoming. Now, I'm not trying to get too political here, but I don't support terrorism in any shape or form on any side of the aisle. I don't care if it's the Palestinians that are doing it or the other side doing it. I don't support violence. Now, Sally Ann can yap all day about how our commander-in-chief bombed Iran. I don't agree with it. I have other reasons why I don't agree with what Trump did. My reasoning was we shouldn't be getting involved in foreign affairs, especially in the Middle East, because in the past it blew up in our faces. All right. We shouldn't be doing our dirty work for other countries. But at the same time, I understand that Iran should never be allowed to get a nuclear weapon. So if that's the point of the Trump administration for bombing the nuclear sites, well, I don't know what's in the classified reports, ladies. So Sally Ann tried to make it look like it's a one-size fits all situation when it's not. All right. So Sally Ann couldn't even get her point across without death threats and death wishes. Hey, Ruth Ann. This is one of the worst things I've seen in the drama community, besides the real life going. You don't do that. You don't sit there making threats against heads of state, even if you're wishing it. Because guess what? In the United States, those comments will go to the Secret Service and you'll be under investigation like that. And if Sally thinks, oh, I'm in the UK, it's not their jurisdiction. Wrong again. Once you commit a federal offense towards the United States, then treaties signed between the UK and the United States come into play, Sally Ann. So don't think your comments won't go unnoticed. So, because your support went down, you lost so many subs, or you just can't take the heat, you decide to hide your channel. Is that the way to handle it, Sally? To just cower down and run, crawl into your hole, and you want someone to hold your hand and take you out of the hole? Is that how you expect this to work? You shot off your big mouth. You got the tidal wave reaction you were looking for, and now you're off crying in the sunset. Oh, people don't understand me. Nobody cares, Sally Ann. All right. If you thought you had all these friends and loyal people over there, you are mistaken. All right. And you are absolutely right, Don K. This is an issue that affects us all. And Sally can't even understand that. This is how dumb she is. All right. When you make comments like that, especially when most of your audience is in the United States or Canada, you're in a lot of trouble. And Don K, I'm sorry for your loss, and I want to thank them for their service. But they take the orders from the commander in chief. It's not our troops' fault. It's Washington that makes the policies. So, yes, Bush started that war. All right. Oh, good, Don K. Because what she said was totally unacceptable. And what you just said here, I'm just gonna just because her husband is Muslim is no excuse. Just like not all Muslims are terrorists. Not every Muslim is a terrorist. Let me tell you something. Terrorism and Islam are incompatible. All right. So she sits there and takes something she's passionate about in the Middle East, and she has to do something to make a splash just to get people to listen to her. That is quite pathetic in my mind. See, we're going to take on Witchy Nicole here. Her ex is Muslim, and he would never say anything she said. So I'm making my point here, okay? Not all Muslims. It's just a small percentage, less than 2%. All right? That go to this extremist ideology, and it's political, not religious. It's political. Now, I'm just going to say this when it comes to dealings with over there. I like Trump's foreign policy where it's America first. All right, we take care of our own first concept. We don't get involved in foreign affairs unless it involves us. Now, I don't know if the bombing in Iran had something to do with us. We're not privy to things the president sees. Some of these reports can be classified, top secret, especially intelligence reports. So Sally Ann has absolutely no right to sit there and judge. Now, if she wants to do, so I'm just going to say what I said over at Nikki's. Yet again, this is not about Sally Ann not able to have her opinion. She's not being attacked because she has an opinion on what's going on in the Middle East. If she wanted to do a live stream and talk about what was going on in the Middle East, show video, show proof, all the power to her. But what she said, all right, good night, Witchy Nicole. Thank you for coming. But what she said is something they say over in the Middle East that we hate to hear in this country. A political chant that we hear in Iran often. We hear this sometimes in Iraq. We hear this in Saudi Arabia. This is the speech that we hear over in the Middle East by a select few people in a crowd. Not from someone in the United Kingdom that smells like fish sticks. Her husband complains that she doesn't bathe properly and smells like tuna. Come on here. Yeah. I've done my research, Wyoming, about what's going on over there. And I don't support either side. I don't support Hamas. They are terrorists. And Israel is kind of a repressive regime. I'm just going to say that. I'm not going to get into too much detail. But I support the people over there that have to live day after day with a back and forth. I support peace, not this back and forth political garbage. Ouch, catch me. Damn it. They're doing it here now too. Oh, this is getting contagious. This is getting contagious. Oh, me too, Wyoming. Me too. Oh, absolutely. That is the truth. So is Hamas. They're both that. But I'm just sick. I'm just sick of this these one-sided opinions. Just because they watched I see these documentaries that go one side of the issue. They don't go to both sides of the issue, and it's a one size fits all type of thing. That's what Sally Ann did. She didn't say what they were doing, did she? What were they doing in retaliation? Oh yeah, me too, Wyoming. Me too. I feel sorry for those Iranians, people living under that regime. You see, I can have an opinion without making threats, without making death wishes. That's the difference, Sally Ann. I don't have to promote violence or rioting in the streets just to get my point across. You had to, because you have a drama channel, and you had to hit people. You had to cause controversy just to get people to watch you. Didn't you? Didn't you, Sally Ann? And guess what? Now we have someone else that I don't know if she's back, but Noodle Mash hit her channel too, apparently. Let me see if she's back. Hold on. Give me just a second. Just gonna look. She's still gone. So I guess Noodle Mash decided to deactivate her channel, hide it. Supposedly, because she was being forced to choose between Sally Ann and everyone else. Sound familiar? Interesting concept. So I guess Noodle supports rioting in the streets, threats of violence towards political officials, as long as it's someone she don't like. She kind of demonstrated that behavior for months on here. It's don't do to me, but I could do to you, double standard. You know, I can, in Noodle's mind, she can dox you, go real life on you, do whatever the hell she wants, but don't do it back to her. Oh no, and that's foul. You know? So she was so they were fighting with her in her chat. This is what I heard. And Noodle decided to hide her channel Perhaps she was getting threats over this. So please, people, just don't be, follow the law. Don't make threats of violence towards people. Is your freedom worth any of this YouTube back and forth drama? We know Sally Ann's stupid. We know Noodle Mash is not that bright. We know Amy is a dipshit and don't give a shit. But does everyone here know the line between free speech and harassment and threatening? Because apparently some people in the swamp don't know the difference. It's pretty. Oh yeah, I'm glad she's gone, Jess. It's the best solution for everybody involved. I'm not crying a river because she deactivated her channel and hit it. It's probably going to be pretty peaceful around here. You know, it's so Sally Ann, not Sally Ann, Noodle is a coward. We all know that. She goes for the low hanging fruit too. I think Noodle learned a lot of her garbage from Natasha. Because guess what? When she first got here, who did she run to? Who was one of the first channels that Noodle decided to run to when she first got here? She ran to Natasha. She ran to Natasha. And most of those anti Mrs. P channels were all people from Natasha's at the time. I counted how many there were and where they were coming from. Because I seen them all in Natasha's chat. I was, oh, there they are. That's where the majority of them are coming from. But guess what? Mrs. P's happy over at Natasha's and the swamp. So let her be, you know. She's our number one flip-flopper. Because guess what? She's angry now because Robbie has other friends besides her. And she's not getting her messages replied to right away. And that's not our problem. That's not our damn problem. You know, it's just because. Oh, thank you, Don K, for reminding me. And Sally, do you think hiding your channel and then striking people is going to help you? I heard you struck down Tiffany's channel. I don't know if that's true, but if anyone can message me and show me where Sally struck anybody down, I'd like to see that. Because if you think, Sally Ann, that you can just hide your channel and then strike people, you are a bigger coward than I thought you were. All right, Sally. Now, am I crying for Tiffany? Absolutely not. She even had a gnome made after her. Same here, Wyoming. But here's the difference, Wyoming. If Mrs. P does something I call her out, cuss her out, maybe a day or two, and then I move on to something else. I don't cry about Mrs. Portland every single night. I'm on here and cry about my critics. Oh, he had this person had something nasty to say about me. Give me money, money, money. Give donate to my PayPal. Give me a super chat. I don't do that. Damn. So the gall of some of these people, you know? Now I appreciate people that tip me. And yes, it does piss off some of the idiots in this community. But oh, she did. She struck Granny Fanny too. Aw. So Sally, you struck Granny Fanny too? Aw. I thought you two were friends, Sally. I thought you two were friends. I thought you were friends with Amy too. So let me get this straight. All right. So she struck Granny Fanny, her friend Granny Fanny, and her friend Amy, who Sally had her head so far up Amy's ass for the last year? So she decides to do a 180. Decides to strike her, to strike them two, just because they disagree with Sally. You are pathetic, Sally Ann. Really. Really, really pathetic. Just because someone feels sorry for it. Aw. Just because no one agrees with you. What are you going to do to me, Sally? Just because I don't agree with you? Well, I'm not stupid enough to use your content. Because I'll get struck down too. Well, Sally, I'm just going to say this to you. So, you know, the people you are striking down, did you know that they could return the favor? When you don't agree with them and you decide to use their content? You tried that with me, didn't you? You decided to restream me when you were over there, when you were over striking Jamie. I think she struck what's his name, Robbie once. Struck Robbie once. Tried to strike Jamie twice, but the second one didn't go through. So I saw Sally Ann. I got a message saying Sally Ann's live restreaming my content. And then I tune in and I'm seeing her lying about me. So I said, that's it. I put in a copyright strike. You see how that's done, Sally? Since you can't take the heat, but you can dish it out. So when you can't take the heat, you copyright strike everyone. Aw, poor baby. Would you like your bottle now? Or your pacifier? Or your bib? What would you like, Sally Ann? Stop being a crybaby. Stop being a crybaby and be an adult about this. I don't agree with you. Neither does most of the swamp, for that matter. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard, Danny. That's what I'm hearing. She struck Granny, Fanny, and Amy. She struck Tiffany just because they disagreed with her and decided to play the nasty words she said about her troops and our commander in chief, supposedly. So she decides to strike people down. But then she cries. And then when I struck her, she cried that she couldn't stream for a week. I said it was all my fault. No, Sally, that was your fault because one, you are a damn liar, and two, yeah, probably Wyoming. Probably she did to all of them in the swamp, and she's trying to do it over here. No, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. But we got someone like her. She claims she's not drunk. And I told her in Nikki's chat that I don't believe her. She doesn't take responsibility for shit. It's everyone else's fault. How dare you? How dare you? Look what you made me do. Ah! Let me get myself a drink. Let me hide it from the camera. They'll believe I'm sober. Yeah, but she doesn't hide her crafting channel, does she? Thank you so much, Wyoming. I really appreciate it. So, I think another part of the reason why Sally hit her channel was because guess what? She doesn't want people to retaliate and report her crap. So, one, she can't take the heat. Two, she's striking people left and right who don't agree with her. And when they use a clip of her content in fair use and then have a conversation about it, she can't have that because guess what? It exposes her for being a nasty, no good bitch. So, just take your ass beating, Sally Ann, and take responsibility for it, and maybe, which I highly doubt it. Maybe people will give you a chance someday. Another chance. How many chances have you got? Were you given? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're out of them, Sally. Be a big girl for once. Get out of those pull-ups. I'm a big girl now. That. So, So just wanted to say Noodle Mash is hidden. And Natasha Cooper was fired. Thank goodness. And Crybaby Sally Ann is not taking responsibility for shit. So I guess we covered everything tonight. So Natasha is one of those big girls. I mean, really big, who can't even take responsibility for shit, too. So I guess them two are, they can be twins. So I want to thank everyone for coming tonight, and I really got nothing more to say about this. So please hit the thumbs up on the way out, and I'll see everyone later.